Jai. So today we are going to discuss, in the last video we have already discussed about the theoretical part, that is interface zone and interface types, and also we have covered the interview questions in the previous video. So in this video we are going to do this practicals, means what is the use, how can we use, how can we configure it. So basically in dashboard and in network, so you have an interface. So see, I have configured many more interface in as per my requirement. So first of all, I'm give you an example. I am taking interface 1.6. Okay, sorry, 1/6. So it is configured as a HA, means high availability. So if I am configuring another firewall in the HA, this is my active, that is my passive one, then I have to create it the H interface. So I'm give you just it is better. I can give you a example, like what is the use of HA. Use of HA, first of all, HA, high availability. What is use? Here is a firewall active, here is a firewall, it is in passive. Okay, so interface 1 2 3 4, so 5 6, so this is my 6 interface. Create HA. So here I have to create the 6 number interface in HA. So we are going to connect this to this, that is your heartbeat interface, HA. Also you have to create another interface, that is also HA, HA1, and the another one also I'm creating this one and HA, this one, then it is HA to HA1 and HA2, control link and backup and data link. So it is control link. Read the HA, I will give you the HA whole example, don't issue. This is control link, this is also data link. Okay, also you can use for link as well, no problem. I will give you the configuration override. So that is an HA, no issue. Then we are using, go for tap mode, TAP. I'm using tap mode. What it is using for? See, this is your ISP. Here is your ISP router. Okay, here you have connected one L3 switch, SWIT switch. Now you have segregated your L2 networks, layer 2 switches connected. So many user, L2 user, means so many L2 switches. Okay, L2. Here your user has been connected. All are going internet via this switch, this router, R1 router. So for this kind of situation, you don't know who is using what, and you cannot monitor, right? Now you can, in this current situation, you cannot do anything. You cannot remove the router in this situation, but you need to know the logs. You need to know, is there any kind of thread vulnerability, or my user is going any XYZ site, what they are using, what, how you can, because you can know that your L3 switch or your router cannot provide all these logs and the thread kind of information, application kind of information, right? So what you have to do, you do one thing as per the configuration. I see it is your applic interface, right? If I'm going give some wrong information, please make me correct, who are already working on this environment. So it is your uplink interface that is connected through your router. What you can do, you can mirror this interface with another port which is connected with your Palo Alto firewall. What it will do, it will, if a packet goes to so it is what the switch will do, it will share send a copy in this interface. Then what Palo Alto do, Palo Alto keep those information, check the packet, and doing what, the logs. They will collect those logs, means the source, what is the source, what will be the destination, where it is going to. So basically your mirror interface will give you the database. So you are creating a database, one database, that my user, where it to go, what is the issues. So tap mode is basically you are creating one mirror port on your switch, and that is a clone copy, the same clone traffic, or packet, you can say, they are sending to the Palo Alto firewall, and Palo Alto is creating a database and log for you. And after that you have to check there is there is a malicious activity or not. So this is a tap mode environment. So if your interviewer asks you what is the use of tap mode, how you can deploy it, then that will be your answer. Okay, getting on mirror port in switch, and that is very difficult. Make sure that your switch have those capabilities, and your traffic is more, before you are doing this kind of activity, you have to more check that your switch handle this kind of traffic, your port is sufficient, the port load, how many load your port should be, a gigabit or 10 gig, 800 SFP, then it will handle all the traffic, because it will handle all your traffic simultaneously. It's sending one copy to this Palo Alto firewall interface. Okay, so that is more important. Okay, now if I am going to HSC, if we are doing HA, then there will be no changes. Okay, only if I'm creating a tap mode interface, see, that also there is no such kind of configuration. You have to just select the zone. You can understand Palo Alto is always asking for a zone, right? When you are using HA, there is no kind of zone. When you are using a tap mode, that is, they're asking for a configuration. What is the configuration? That is your, here you cannot put any kind of IP, other things, nothing, no, nothing need required in the tap mode. You have to just only create a zone, right? So how you have to create a zone? Click over here, create over here, tap, tap, and you just, if you are clicking OK, then it will be your tap mode zone. That's it. If you are clicking OK, then it is become your tap mode, interface type tap, and zone is tap mode. Zone name, there is no such, you can put anything, your name, your organization name, there is no issue. For understanding, I'm just give this name. Okay, now after tap mode, I'm creating it some, sorry, see what happened. I'm creating this a virtual zone has been changed, right? So when you are creating a virtual or VOR, so where you have to use VOR, that's a very important question in interview. So again, I'm going to the my beautiful drawing. I think you all love my drawings. Sorry, VOR. Someone asking you virtual, someone asking you VOR. So don't confuse, both are the same. Where WIR, virtual wire or VIR, both are the same. VIRTUAL, a beautiful hand. No issue. How you can do it? Similarly, there is an your ISP. Okay, ISP. Sorry. This is your router. Okay, this is your router. This is your ISP. I'm giving a single ISP. And this is a cloud CLUD internet. This is your R1. Now this is your L3. Okay. Here you have minimum 50 switches, and there is different routing over there. See, L3 switch, L2, L2. Here is L2. Here is also a L2. Here is also a L2. Now what happened? If you are going to do you have to, So where the firewall is putting over here, here you have to put this firewall, right? In middle, in between your router and your L3 switch, as per the diagram, you have to put a firewall over here, right? PA Palo Alto. It is connected via here. It is connected via here. Now the issue is you cannot once change the routing at this situation, because if you wants to migrate it, then all the routing you have to create one uplink interface, you have to connect to the firewall. Okay, firewall, then you have to update all the routings from here to here, right? So to avoid this kind of situation, what you have to do, you have just put one firewall in virtual wire mode. It is connected through router and it is connected through L3 switches. So what it will do, it will only checking your traffics, what the traffic is, how it is going through. Okay, what, and also you can maintain all traffics. You can put policy allowed in tap mode. You cannot give any kind of policy. You cannot ask anyone to allow, deny. You can access this, you can access that. Okay, like if you simply, if you want to understand what is the use of virtual wire, basically except routing, কোথায় গেল, except, except routing, we wire can do all firewall, what I can say, policy or for firewall features. Okay, see, I'm just give you an example. So if I am using this virtual wire, see here you can also see there is no such option that where you can put the IP addresses. Okay, you cannot put any kind of IP addresses over here. Okay, but virtual wire, it is, you can see virtual wires, you cannot see the routings, all things, right? See, here is no option that you can put your routings, right? If you are created from virtual wire, see what is the name, interface, interface 2, interface 1, interface 2, you have to add tag. So link state path. So this is the two things that you have to learn: how to create a virtual wire, what is the use of virtual wire, how you have to configure it. That is the more important thing in virtual wire. You cannot need routing, but you have to create security zone. When you have created security zone, that's mean you can put the policy for the same. Okay, now we are going to create L2 interface. The same thing, VLAN security zone. You understand that in L2 security zone, we no need to create any kind of IP addresses, all things. So it is a no need to routing. See, same. Now, if I am creating L3 interface, it is most important. So in L3 interface, see, there is a new thing that is appeared, that is virtual wire. Sorry, virtual router. So I am already created many L3. See, this is my L3 interface, and I created this DMZ zone. What is it? See, a virtual router. I am already talking about the virtual. What is virtual route? So I am just canceling it. See, virtual route is basically the routing, the static routing, or you can say dynamic routing. This is static routing. Palo Alto support REAP, OSPF, BGP. Also, you can configure BGP, OSPF. One by one, we are going to other topics as well. So static route. See, there is two options. Static route. I have created side to side VPN tunnel and one Airtel broadband I have. So I have created the default route for this one. Okay, so these two, what we have to do, I'm just adding over here. In L3 interface, what is the beauty of it? That is, we can add a IP address of this interface. Okay, then I have already told you in the previous video, here we can change the link speed. Most of cases you can do it auto. um, Duplex also it auto. Full duplex, half duplex, I think you know full means send and receive, half duplex means only sending, then receiving means, so it is basically auto. If one should up and down from the GUI, then you have to down. Once down, if needed would be, you have to up. Most the cases it will go up. When you plug, it is automatically up. When it's unplug, it automatically down. These things. And what is management profile? So if you need to know the interface is up or down, so that's why you are using ping profile. What is that? In ping profile, we are just using ping, and we are just using ping only. That's it. In the now, what is the third option? Next option. Now there is two more important thing that we have to create it. One is sub interface and one is aggregated group. We are already talking about the sub interfaces. So see, this is my 1.4 is my interface. So I'm just clicking over here. Sorry. Mm, and now I'm clicking add sub interface. See, 10, 10, add 10 dot, sorry, 10 dot 10 dot 10 dot, अरे मेरे भाई रुक जा। 10.10/24. Okay. So okay, now advance. I haven't given management profile, ping profile, you can give it to you. Configure, you have to create zone. Right now I am not giving to anything because I have to create another zone and all. So see, there's an aggregated interface. So what is the use of sub interface? So where you will need sub interface? Now we are going to it is also interview questions where you need sub interface. See, same here. Where this is your firewall, this is your interface 1/4. In this interface you do not have any IP, no IP. See, no IP, no IP, इसमें कोई IP नहीं है, no IP, there is no such IP. Okay, now what happened? There is an L3 switch. Okay, this is application, it is connected to the firewall. So here he is creating VLAN 10, VLAN 20, VLAN 30, VLAN 40, and VLAN 10, 11, 12, 13, whichever VLAN 10, VLAN 12, VLAN 13, everyone have his different IP addresses. I hope who have the good network knowledge, they can understand 10 dot 20 dot 30 dot and 40 dot. This is the all subnets or IP addresses. So what it will do, it will this will be your trunk port, and all VLAN are tagged to this port. Okay, if from 10, if any packets come, then it will forward to the this interface, means the routing should be in this interface. Okay, everything is go to the means this interface via that interface. Okay, then the firewall will decide how it is forwarded to the next. Okay, so in firewall you have just created sub interface and IP address, but the VLAN is created, and the network segment is created in the L3 interfaces, and the routing will give in this interface. If anyone wants to do anything or connect the mm, any one of the other VLANs, then they will come to the firewall, and the firewall decided, then the policy has been allowed or not, it will record or not, then based on that they will connect. Means if you go to the sub interface, if you wants to create many more, see, this is sub interface, then I'm creating another one, I'm creating 20, it is also, you can say 20. Okay, then IPv4 you have to create zone as well, no issue, otherwise it will not work. Okay, IP address 20.20.20.20, sorry, the 20.20 dot जो भी है 20.20/24. Okay, so okay, that is also okay. Do the same thing, ping interface, you have to create zone, then click OK. Okay, see, there is an then 30, 40, 50. Then how you can create policy? So once you have to also create zone as well, I am not creating any zone, so definitely when you are creating sub interface, and based on that you have to create zone, then you can assign policy, create policy based on this sub interface as well. If I'm creating, see, there is an tab mode, you can create policies, right? If I'm creating zone, then it will working as a different subnet. You have seen a small firewall and you have only one interface left, and you have to connect to a huge network, then what you have to do, you have to create sub interface, and then based on that you can segregate those networks, right? In your LAN segment you have just create one use Palo Alto's one interface, and you have 5 LAN segments, just create VLAN 1, VLAN 2, VLAN 3, VLAN 5, and in Palo Alto you have to just create the sub interfaces. Okay, so this is very important, and that's why you how you can connect it. Okay, now aggregated group, I cannot create aggregated group over here, but add aggregated group, I have only H interface, it's L3. mm, L3. Okay, I'm give it to 1. Okay, I'm just checking what is, because I haven't create aggregated interface. This is the simple thing that I have to do, that is you are just creating 2 3 interface in a same group, like the same thing that, but the IP will be the same. That is the concept, the aggregated group. Like you can say in switch we can creating what is scan, that is in Cisco there isn't a I just forgot the terminology, that is in Cisco switch link group, or oh, I just forgot the terminology. Group, always INTERFACE interface, GROUP group in CISCO Cisco SWIT Cisco switch. Logically group interface group facility used in VLAN. Configure interface group, that is um, um, for, see, this is a redundancy purpose. If your one interface has been goes down, then other will come aggregated in is, interface is also one. No issue. Oh, it is good. It's a terminology, so we have to configure it, and then okay, no issue. Interface LSCP. I just forgot the terminology. No issue. Mm, so this is the basic thing that we have to configure, and this is very important thing. And if you are creating tunnel, then it is very easy. You have to just input a number, create zone, virtual zone. You have to get put an IP address, not required everywhere. Okay, it is mandatory. Just you have to create the virtual route and the zone, then it will be. See, I have created for tunnel 5. See, there is no IP address. Okay, tunnel is a virtual. You have to just assign one interface with that. Okay, tunnel group means which interface it is going to assign. That is, this is a group that I have created. Okay, and that's it. This is a features, that is IPsec tunnel. This is for global protect. This is also side to side VPN IPsec tunnel, so it is also connected with this interface. See, okay. So if you want to create a zone, you can create zone add. Here you can set the type tab mode virtual or L2 L3. If you want to create zone over here, you can create, and you can add the interface, if the interface, or otherwise you can just remove the delete it and create and put a name. Then you can also create one zone. See, here it is. Okay, now by mistakenly you have created one zone. What you have to do, you have to just roll back configuration, revert change. If you are going to do that, then revert change, everything will going to be normal what you have done. So selected change has been revert from the configuration. See, interface level, there is no aggregated interface or see. Okay, after that don't forget to commit. Before commit also you can there is no things to commit. Okay, now next day we are going to create routings, and also what we have to create policies. I'll go one by one. Okay, no issue. So this is the one more thing that I have to share with you, that um, in Palo Alto there is so many requirement going on, but the good knowledge based engineers, you can say, it is very less in based on the Kolkata. So whoever based on Kolkata, please read. And it is a huge demand in security right now. What kind of firewall you are learning, that is not in Palo Alto, Fortinet, Checkpoint, whatever it is, learn. It will help you in future. Thank you so much. Good day. Bye bye. Jai Hind.